Agile and Hybrid PMP Test. In this series of questions, we'll take a look at Agile, Predictive, and some Hybrid. First question.
Your project's iterations are planned in a lot of detail and prototypes are created many times. On final agreement of concepts and details, the team delivers the solution to the customer after one more round of iterative planning. What should the project manager do next? Close out the predictive project with the customer. Transition the output of this Agile project to the end user. Report success on this hybrid approach of Scrum and Agile. Close out this iterative life cycle project.
The answer to this question is B. If you take a look at the details, you realize that this is not a predictive project. The mention was made of project's iterations being planned in a lot of detail and prototypes being created many times. This is one of the hallmarks of an iterative project. It says on final agreement of concepts and details, the team delivers the solution to the customer after one more round of iterative planning. There's the word iterative. Iterative planning and delivery of the solution one time describes an iterative life cycle. Next question.
Your project schedule consists of a storyboard with WIP limits, along with clear indication of milestones and phases. When attending a debrief with the customer, what should you report? Use of a predictive model. Hybrid project model. Pure Agile model. Scrumban.
The best answer to this question is hybrid project model. Reading through, it says, your project schedule consists of a storyboard with WIP limits. That's an indicator of Kanban, an Agile approach. But then it says, along with clear indication of milestones and phases, which generally are not used in the world of Agile. The best answer is hybrid because it's not a purely predictive model or purely Agile model, and it's not Scrumban. Next question.
Your project delivery consists of frequent smaller deliveries in the initial stages, however towards the middle, delivery halts. Towards the end of the project, a new system is rolled out marking a milestone. When attending a debrief with the customer, what should you do? Report success of your hybrid project. Report failure of your Agile project. Report success of a predictive environment. Report use of an iterative life cycle.
The best answer to this question is report success of your hybrid project. Again, due to the details in this question, we can see that it starts off with frequent small deliveries, which is Agile, and then towards the end, or towards the middle, delivery halts. Towards the end, a new system is rolled out, which marks a milestone, which describes predictive. This is one of the hybrid models talked about in the Agile Practice Guide. It's an Agile development followed by a predictive rollout. Next question.
You are working for a metro system expansion project to provide a silver line for public transportation access from downtown DC to Dulles. The first phase of the hybrid project, connecting DC to Reston, has been open since December 2013 and all the stakeholders are really happy. If all goes according to plan, the second phase, extending the metro to Dulles and outlying Loudoun County, will be finished in December 2016. Everyone agrees that it is critical to improve the transportation infrastructure, so you are very keen to work with quality management and control tools to assure the quality of the Metro Rail project. Which of the following tools and techniques will best help you perform quality assurance? Sprint planning, tree diagrams, technical debt, process analysis.
The best answer to this is process analysis. It is very clear that this is to do with quality assurance. Sprint planning, though good, will not help us with quality assurance in particular. It's planning, whereas quality assurance happens in executing. Tree diagrams in and of themselves are not a quality assurance tool, neither is technical debt, but process analysis is. Quality assurance, assuring the customer that quality standards are being met. Next question.
You are 2 years in, working on a $715 million hybrid project to develop a third land port in Otay Mesa East where a new 2.5-mile roadway will connect it to the highly computerized highway system. In the earlier part of the project, you worked with Agile tools to obtain a product roadmap to meet quality requirements set for the technology aspects. The teams also developed an integrated master schedule and cost baseline for detailed project management and product development processes for the infrastructure parts. What should you do next? Product vision. Agile project charter. Project needs assessment. Spikes.
The best answer to this question is spikes. It says, what should you do next? Now, reading through the question, you realize that a product roadmap has already been developed. It says in the earlier part of the project, you worked with Agile tools to obtain a product roadmap. So if the product roadmap is already done, then it makes sense that the product vision came first, an Agile project charter had to have come before the efforts were invested in that roadmap, and the needs assessment came before the charter. So the best answer is spikes. Let's move on to our next set of questions.
You are working on Chicago's O'Hare International Airport modernization project to help passengers by increasing the facility's efficiency and capacity, helping to reduce flight delays. As a part of the project, you are working to a plan that will deliver rapidly and frequently with a very minimal amount of change. Which of the following best describes the team's actions? Predictive delivery, incremental delivery, iterative delivery, hybrid delivery.
The best answer in this case is incremental delivery. Let's examine why it cannot be any of the others. The first part is a breakdown of the project. The second part says, as a part of the project, you're working to a plan that will deliver rapidly and frequently. Now, that's not predictive. So when you get questions like this, you do want to cross out anything that alludes to predictive incorrectly. So we'll get rid of predictive. We also know it's not iterative because it does make mention of rapid delivery, frequent rapid delivery, with a minimal amount of change. So reading further, which of the following best describes a team's actions? There is nothing in this question that points to a hybrid delivery. Working on a plan that will deliver rapidly and frequently. Minimal change. Nothing here suggests it could be hybrid. So in this case, we're talking about the delivery in particular. It's not a hybrid delivery. It's incremental. That is the best descriptor. When you say delivery is incremental, it means it's frequent, speed is of the essence. Let's move to our next question.
You are deploying a database type software that would be workflow oriented and include highly detailed behavioral data and analytical queries. You expect the types of variances that have occurred on the project to date to continue. 500 story points were planned for the iteration. 750 story points were completed. What is the schedule performance index? 1.5, 0.67, 1250, 1.67.
So the answer to this question is gleaned from the formula. Schedule Performance Index, SPI, is equal to EV divided by PV. And in this instance, the EV is the accomplished work, the completed work of 750. The planned work was 500. And this will give us 1.5. And that is how the answer is A, 1.5. Always remember, earned value is the budgeted cost of work performed. It's what you got done. Planned value is the budgeted cost of work scheduled, what you planned to do. Let's go to the next question.
You are working in the planning phase of your project and presently establishing each of the triple constraints baselines as a part of overall project management plan, so that you can record what the project had planned, scheduled, and budgeted. Which of the following would you include in the performance measurement baseline? Select all that apply. Scope statement. Management reserves. Work breakdown structure. Backlog refinement.
The answer to this question is the scope statement. Now, reading carefully, it says, which of the following would you include in the performance measurement baseline? Well, the performance measurement baseline is a trio of schedule, cost, and scope. So right off the bat, using the process of elimination, it cannot be backlog refinement. That is not part of a PMP. And the work breakdown structure is not incorrect to say. Remember, it says, which of the following, select all that apply. Did you catch that? So it's not incorrect to say work breakdown structure, which is why that's the second answer. So scope statement and work breakdown structure, not management reserves. Those are not included in the baseline. So I hope this is making sense, and I hope you're finding this to be valuable. Don't forget to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you will be aware of other videos in this series. Let's move on to the next question.
You are working on a hybrid project to build a prototype and other deliverables. Creating prototypes may involve using readily available materials, construction kits, storyboards, or other techniques that help you to create your solution quickly and with little cost. Which one of the following techniques best emphasizes developing various prototypes in order to select the ideal prototype? Iterative lifecycle. Incremental lifecycle. Agile lifecycle. Predictive lifecycle.
So the answer to this question, my friends, is iterative lifecycle. Why is that? There are some hallmarks of iterative talked about in the Agile practice guide, and one of them is that you deliver one time. Another hallmark of iterative is building prototypes, doing prototypes again and again. So in this question, we can see you're working on a hybrid project. It's already taken that off the table. To build a prototype and other deliverables, creating prototypes may involve using readily available materials, and it goes on and on. Which one of the following techniques best emphasizes developing various prototypes in order to select the ideal prototype? Iterative is prototype city. And if you knew that, you wouldn't select predictive. We don't have all that flexibility in predictive to do prototype over prototype again and again. And in the world of Agile, that is not a major focus or priority. We move on from that. Incremental is all about speed, so we don't have time for that there. All right. So, my friends, we are at the end of part 1 of this journey. I hope you found this to be helpful and useful. If you're looking to grow in Agile and gear up towards your PMP exam, I would advise that you check out our website. It's agileprinciple.com. We usually have Agile practice guide workshops, and if you want to be part of that, just keep checking the website for the next one. We also have hybrid workshops at hpmexam.com. We have one coming up very soon, so do check. It's hpmexam.com. All right, so go on there as well. Check out those two sites. Whatever your need is, whether it's agile or hybrid, we'll help you get there. Thank you very much and talk to you soon. Bye for now.